Dude, it's episode 4 of the Reactlord Pod. Can you believe that?
I can. We put in the work, dude. We're here.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Anyway, welcome back to the Reactlord Pod.
I'm your Reactlord, Nathan.
And I'm your Reactlord V. Coming at you. Another week, another ep of the pod. And there's been a lot happening on the internet in the last week.
Some things that I directly benefit from. Your wife directly benefits from.
Oh yeah, dude. Student loans. Let's go. Let's go. I'm so excited to even begin talking about this. I talked about it a lot on my work stream too, because it's been like directly impacting markets.
Never forget.
Yeah, dude. Bernie's tweet here though is fire. So most of the drama, though, in the news is that people don't think it's a good thing for student loan debt, which I think is funny, and we're definitely doing some Hogwatch on it today. And I thought
Fuck the deficit hawks are so annoying.
And I just thought like this would be an awesome way to talk about it, because a lot of the mainstream media has been just disparaging it as like a bad thing.
What about all the people who paid off their student loans? Is it fair to them? As
someone who I didn't have to take on student loans and I was super privileged, paid out of pocket, I couldn't be more thrilled about this. You know what I mean? Like, I don't find that like to be an issue at all. I don't, I benefit I guess tangentially because of my wife. She's got like the Pell Grant and loans. So like she's going to qualify for the 20,000, I think.
Beautiful.
And it's going to help so much, But yeah, do you want to do the Bernie voice for this tweet read real quick, brother?
83% of the Trump tax breaks are going to the top 1%. 87% of Biden's student loan benefits are going to individuals making $75,000 or less, and 0% are going to the top 1%.
Yeah. Dude, I hate that number though. The $125,000 cap. That number has been thrown around so much.
Well, and I feel like the way most representatives keep talking about it, it gets so confusing. But the idea itself is not that confusing. No, if you make more than $125,000 a year, you're not qualifying for any of this.
No, if you make $125,000 and 1 cent. You're not going to qualify for this. But it took
5 different people or 5 different sources for me to like understand that's what they meant. Like, they're really bad at explaining like exactly what's going on. And like, I'm relying on these people's information. Like, they're supposed to be the experts, right? Like Joe Biden or like Ed Financial or fucking I forget what her name is, actually.
Dude, I hear you though, and I think that's what bothers me the most was the fact that they keep talking about this $125,000 number. And look at Bernie's tweet: 87% of Biden's student loan benefits are going to be individuals making $75,000. That is the bulk. The bulk of the people make under $75,000. So to introduce an integer that is beyond that, to the extent of $125,000. I forget the amount of people, that are even making $124,000, but it's so minuscule, in the grand scheme of things of the people that will be able to benefit.
Totally.
It's such a weird talking point.
Yeah. And I just wanted to say that last time we were talking about it too, my thought process was you should just expunge, because the loans are federal loans, Joe Biden as an executive order could just expunge them all. And I think that expunging them all would boost the economy more, because the people who make more money would spend more money.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to save money, sure. I am being relieved of a significant amount of debt. But even though, I'm still not going to have as much money as the guy making more than $125,000. So, like, even though I'll spend a little bit more than I'm used to, I'm not spending as much as the other guy.
Right. And I think that's what Bernie is hinting at here as well. It's like, okay, so we're forgiving the debt of a lot of people that are making, $75,000 or under. 87% of the recipients of this will be in that category. And it's not a lot. Like, if you're thinking about living, especially where we live, holy shit, Los Angeles, to make $75,000, you're doing well. Like, you're doing okay, but you're not thriving. You know what I mean? Like, this isn't a thriving wage.
I would say it would be very difficult to raise a family on $75,000.
Oh, a family, forget about it. Yeah,
No.
you are struggling.
And that's even like in the best case scenario that your partner's also making 75,000.
That's what I'm saying. Like, as a part-time teacher, I'm just going to be transparent here. I was making $31,000 a year. You know, working 30 hours a week on average to do the things that I needed to do. My wife was making comparable, and we're still not hitting that 75,000. That's two damn near full-time jobs. Yeah, we're both working in the education field, and we're both just struggling, but getting by. Right?
Yeah.
We're not struggling to the point where like we're desperately worrying about it, but this little, you know, development for student loan relief, I like it, I approve of it, and I think there's so many people that it's going to help that make $75,000 or less. So
Yeah, true.
But I think what's most funny is just that backlash that it's receiving. Like, they don't want any working families to receive any help because, you know what, pull yourself up by your bootstraps, guys. Like, it's nuts, dude. Lauren Boebert specifically had some choice words that I thought would be great for the pod today, because Hogwatch.
Oh, dude, she makes me sad. She's a groomed person, right? She's like...
Can you elaborate on that? What does that mean?
Okay, so her husband exposed himself at a bowling alley to Lauren Boebert.
Wait, exposed? Wait, hold on, back up.
He showed his penis.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he pulled it. He whipped out his penis.
Hold on, how many minutes into the pod are we? We're going to demonetize. Keep going.
I used the anatomical term, right?
You did.
Okay, so
yes.
husband of Lauren Boebert exposed himself to Lauren Boebert at a bowling alley when she was 17 to her and her friend. And if I'm correct,
oh my god,
the friend was also underage.
Yo, that ruined my mood so high. Oh my god. So he was
successful. Like, this is a successful grooming because they're like, now they're married. He's not serving any jail time for that. Like, no backlash, no real consequences.
Yeah, when you said that, I thought she was the groomer.
No, she's been groomed. She's groomed. And
so we should feel bad for her? Is that what's happening here?
I mean, I think she's crossed a boundary, a Rubicon. I don't know if there's any... I don't feel sad for Lauren Boebert, but I am feeling sad because of everything about it.
No, Lauren Boebert had a really spicy take, and I just wanted to share it with all of you. So here it is. I don't know how loud this is about to be.
How the heck can Joe Biden call America First conservatives a threat to democracy with a straight face and a dry diaper? He's the one who has allowed millions to invade our southern border. He's the one who is robbing hardworking Americans to pay for Karen's daughter's degree in lesbian dance theory.
Okay, I love it, dude. It's like Lauren Boebert was like, oh, it's another social safety net? Fuck that. I can't have that, dude. No help. No helpers. Dude, lesbian dance theory?
I would take that class. That sounds so fucking dope.
That sounds fire.
Like, the lighting in that auditorium is probably fire.
Like, I had to take yoga, dude. I would much rather join the lesbian dance theory. Sounds lit.
Yoga does suck a little. I'm going to be honest. Like, every yoga thing I've ever experienced has been like highly dominated by white cis people.
Yeah.
And it's like,
welcome to academia.
And like, I'm not saying that just because they're white and cis. They're like aggressively white and cis. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, in your face about it. And it kind of peeves me. I'm not a big fan.
Because you went to an arts high school, right? Like a legit arts high school?
Yeah. High, like, white population, very wealthy. Like,
so not many people that look like you there?
I mean, there were.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. We were there, but like, I don't know. My experience in high school. Oh, I mean, it's a whole topic. But just in like relating to it back to this, I feel like my experience there was like very white centered, and like definitely grew that. You know, there was a point in my life where I would like jokingly, but like kind of seriously say I'm like racist against like my own race.
Oh, to like fit in because that's what the culture was kind of deal. Yeah. And I mean, that's what Lauren Boebert thinks academia in general is all liberal centric. Mm-hmm. So I don't even think like if you were to present that idea, like to fit in at your liberal arts high school, that you had to essentially, you know, be racist towards yourself and what? I'm assuming humor, right? It was humorous. You thought it was a joke.
Yeah, it was masked as humor,
funny,
for sure.
Kind of like Shneako vibes, right? Like pointing at the prejudice and then leaning into it for laughs.
No, I totally feel that.
And I think that's a lot of academia, though. Like, people like to think it's some liberal brainwashing, the device, this process. But I, as a, liberal myself that went through like academia, I felt like I was constantly pushing back against the dogma that is the institution of education.
Yeah.
Like, multiple times I had to talk to my teachers about fucking pronouns. Like, I felt like a blue-haired liberal. Like, dude, can you just put a little bit of respect on it? You know what I mean? Like, I'm not trying to be a dick, but like, I do exist, you know? And as an English undergrad, like, I was always fighting about that with stupid semantics. You know what I mean? I'm like, dude, just, it's not all liberal snowflakes there, you know? It's just like a lot of pushback and a lot of dogma that is traditionally conservative in nature. They don't like new ideas all the time, you know? Even the ed tech class I'm in right now, a lot of the articles are like 2005. They're still talking about like Web 1.0 websites. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
With just like forum based, like, this is how we gather information. It's like, no, you could watch a YouTube video now, It's so outdated theories coming out of like what academia is. I don't know.
Oh, totally. Actually, that kind of sparked this thought. Like, I don't. Maybe it's exaggerating, but I feels like college is the last like space for experimentation. Like, I really feel like I did not get to become, or I did not start on the road to being who I am now until I got to college, because I was so stuck in my ways during middle school, high school, and I wasn't like as open. And then when I got to college, I was able to like have that freedom to like try the things I always wanted to try, but was just too embarrassed or too intimidated to do because I was a little bitch.
I think that's fair, dude. And in high school, you're just like,
I was a follower, dude. Like, people, I if I were to ask people who went to high school with me, I think maybe not popular was the right word, but I was very visible in the sense of like the people I walked around with, I thought of as being the popular people.
Oh, you were popular in high school, huh?
Well, I would, like I said, I don't know if I would call it popular, because I don't know if I ever was in the group. You know what I mean? I was around the group.
Okay.
And maybe accepted at times, but I don't think I was like I was. I had main character syndrome. I did not. I was not the main character.
No, but you were one of the background, right? Like, think High School Musical. You like to bake.
Yeah.
You were that kid, and I like to bake. I'm here too.
Yeah. And then I got to college and finally became the main character.
Yeah, and I think that's totally what happens. I mean, I was a high school damn near dropout. Like, I was 3 high schools in, right? Junior year, and I'm like, I guess I have to do something with my life. Otherwise, I'm just going to push drugs and probably go to prison, And I mean, that could have been a way. That, you know what I mean? That's a way for a lot of people. Absolutely.
Lot, yeah.
And I'm not knocking anyone's hustle. I'm not yucking anyone's yum. I'm just saying I didn't see that for myself.
Hey, we live in capitalism. If you're making money, like, good.
Yeah, I was just like making music and smoking way too much weed and not having much direction. So like, you're right. Once I got to my community college and like I got to read more and like kind of, make arguments for myself, like that's when I was like finding my voice, For
sure.
So anyway, it just sucks going back to like our initial point that like this student relief bill is only to help people like us find their voices and become contributing members to like their communities, right? Like, I became a fucking teacher. Wild. I thought I was gonna be pushing drugs, and I'm not. I don't do that, and it's just wild to think that this bill is hopefully gonna relieve, a lot of debt. And I wish it did more. 10,000 is not enough, and 20K for those that are struggling the most, not enough. I don't know.
It's not.
It's not.
But yeah, lesbian dance theory.
I would take it. I would so take it, dude.
Okay. On the real though, do you think it's a real like class, or she's making this up for the for the story?
You know what I did take though? An erotic literature class. That shit was fire. 10 out of 10. We studied the island of Lesbos. We did like a bunch of cool, we looked at the first examples of porn. It was awesome. I think that might be as close as it gets to like
academia.
Doing that. But anyway, you know what though? That kind of brings us to further subjugation of women and sort of like putting down those very real like parts of academia. I'm sure that gender studies is a very real, theoretical I don't know, application that people go to, and they go through programs for gender studies. I'm sure there's a lesbian theory adjacent whatever that are obviously looked down because of what they specialize in, right?
Totally.
And I think the subjugation of women, you know, on the internet is just prevalent. And there's been a lot of like issues going on too with Twitch, YouTube, those sorts of things, and how they're dishing out their consequences for, you know,
yeah, especially
content.
Right now. I feel like I saw a lot of YouTubers bringing up YouTube's issues. We were talking a little bit about CoryxKenshin and what he had to say about YouTube's monetization and age restricting.
Yeah. So do you want to do a little rundown, like quickly? So we're not going to watch a full video about the drama that's been happening in the Twitch and YouTube space. About guidelines and all that. So yeah, Cory and
well, let me give you the rundown of our characters, right? So Ludwig, Algren, you know, big YouTuber, ex Twitcher, Hassan, Charlie from Moist Critical, and
Gideon made a video recently that was trending #1 as well. Yeah,
and they all made these videos criticizing or being critical of YouTube for their policies and how they go about taking action against certain videos or certain content creators. And CoryxKenshin had put this video out, putting out a bunch of allegations or putting out some accusations against YouTube for age restricting his videos, but not doing it for comparable content creators.
Markiplier specifically had like, the thing was they had the same scene of gameplay. Like it was a video game.
A depiction of self-harm. Which is fair. But, you know, if you're going to do it to one content creator and not do it to the other, you know, obviously the one that's not getting that that age restriction is monetizing better, but they're showing the same exact content. So how does that make that fair when one person's going to make money from it and the other person's not?
Right. So that's exactly what Cory's point was. He was like, dude, my video got monetized. Here's a comparable content creator of my size that has not been monetized for the same piece of content. YouTube goes, oh, well, that's true, I guess. Then, all right, we'll remonetize Cory's video. And then Cory goes, well, why the hell was it demonetized in the first place, right? These are two big content creators. You should have your thumb on the pulse, YouTube, right? That was the argument. YouTube then goes, well, I guess there was a little bit of discrimination in applying our guidelines and demonetization efforts. So what they do, they go, okay, well then we'll demonetize both of you. Is that what you want then, to not be monetized? So then they reversed their reversal. And that inconsistency just kind of shows where they're at with choosing who they want to demonetize. And I don't know. It just seems a little sketchy.
Yeah. I mean, like...
Do you think it's because they're like, are you trying to like think of how bloated it is and maybe it just kind of like flew under the radar? Like maybe it wasn't so sketchy, or...
Well, what's weird is that I don't think that they... I want to know if it was like who was the specific person who did the review and rejected his appeal? Because in a like the best case scenario, I don't think any of the videos would have been touched. Like we wouldn't even be talking about this. Like this is just seems like a roll of the dice. Like somehow it landed on this situation that now we're talking about YouTube's like bad decision making.
And I think the opposite argument to that would be like, people are just saying that this is a more overt, like, this content creator, who also happens to be a Black content creator, is simply under more scrutiny than like larger white content creators. That's like what the main argument it is. And it kind of goes beyond just YouTube though. This isn't a YouTube specific thing. It's Twitch too, right? It's all of the platforms. And we'll talk about like Andrew Tate's banning that I think kind of ties in to the guidelines and all of that. But ultimately, I just see so much inconsistency from YouTube to Twitch and how they're applying these guidelines that they're not being transparent about. They're not disclosing these things explicitly, right? That's the issue. Like, no one really knows how they're gauging or how they're finding content to be demonetized. Why are content creators that happen to be Black feel like they're under more scrutiny? Why are their content getting demonetized as they're growing so much faster, right? Is it because they're growing so much faster and that's just the way, like, you know, their algorithm works? They're so secret. They need to be more transparent so that content creators know what to expect when creating content for these platforms.
Totally. And I mean, that totally goes into like the vague policies that YouTube and Twitch and Instagram, they all have. And
yeah,
I think you might be onto something. As Black internet spaces grow, and just already acknowledging how much scrutiny they're already under, I think the scrutiny is just going to continue to grow. And I think we'll see a lot more issues come to light as Black spaces grow too.
Yeah, and just in general, like as marginalized groups on the internet are becoming more, not so niche, you know what I mean? Like, we were just talking about like lesbian dance theory, you know what I mean? Like these kinds of niche groups, like OnlyFans, for example, was, you know, really big, like a year ago, and everyone was kind of worried about how that would affect the zeitgeist. And then Twitch and the hot tub streams, and they started thinking like, oh God, is this going to be like bad for the culture? Andrew Tate is introduced. I'm just saying there's all these sorts of like niche, you know, groups that are finding them not to be so niche. They're getting mainstreamed into, you know, onto these platforms and finding themselves having really big communities.
Yeah. By that.
Well, I mean, that's just what's happening. Like, that's just a fact. I mean, there's nothing to really buy, right? I mean, like these niche communities.
Well, I'm
you don't
not
think
a part
they
of the
exist,
niche
or yes, you are. I've seen your fucking TikTok. Yes, you are, dude. You cannot deny that you have partaken in these niche communities. We are part of a pretty big niche community on the internet, the leftist community. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
what type of leftist community?
The overarching umbrella. I'm not going to sit here and unpack, like, you know, the political connotations to what sorts of leftists are out there, because that would be a whole ass podcast. I'm simply saying that, you know, what used to be considered, you know, leftists are communists. Now you can actually go onto Twitter and find a very sizable community of people that don't think that way and that actually are aligned, you know, with your own sorts of worldviews.
Okay, fair. I'm sorry, I just got confused. I wasn't really sure where that was going.
Okay, well, alongside marginalized communities that are kind of taking the brunt of the inconsistent like guidelines that are being applied to various platforms, we had a big story in the news this week, and it just got a lot of, I don't know, publicity because I think of Fortnite, it being a competition, and Twitch Rivals was setting out to do a big event, and these events are notoriously white male-driven events, so to see women partake in it is always a good thing. But in this case, there was a woman who actually applied for it, was accepted into the event, and then was notified about an hour before the event and was told that they are not going to be able to participate because of their background on OnlyFans and as a porn star. So we're talking about Adriana Chechik. Am I saying that right? You're not a fan?
I mean, on they don't usually say the name, it's just written.
Okay.
You know?
All right.
There's two types of approval processes that you have to go through, and I'm sure, I don't care if they don't want me talking about it because I'm going to. There's two types of approval processes that you have to go through for these competitions. The first approval is Twitch Rivals and Twitch approving you. The second one is the game company that's hosting the event. And I guess last night they decided to not approve me because of my adult work. So because of my past in my adult work, I have been bumped from it. So I'm going to go for now because I'm going to call them.
Oh man,
so,
she's not, that made me sad.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do think my initial thought is like fucking unfair, dude. Like, even if you were going to come and arrive to this decision, like, you should have arrived at this decision a long fucking time ago. Why do it an hour before the event? Like, when they're already expecting, like, they prepped their entire day around this, and then you're going to like take it away now. now what are they gonna do? Like, you just fucked up their entire day.
I mean, if you think about the amount of work that usually goes into these as well, people practice. You know what I mean? It's not just a day. It seems to be this person's livelihood.
True.
You know?
Sorry, I should have expanded on that.
No, totally. But I just, again, I think the issue here is that it happened so close to the date. Like, I don't know how much preparation went into the background checks of these people, but like, I hear the concerns. Like, I think most of the arguments would just be like, when you put her name into a search engine, the first thing that comes up for like 13-year-old boys watching the Fortnite competition would be, you know, her OnlyFans or some suggested material. That was the argument. And that's what she thought too, reasonably so. She's probably thinking like, okay, I understand my history, and that's probably why I got, you know, yeeted out of this competition. But actually, it turns out we learned more about it. So within 24 hours of not being able to participate in the Twitch event, she actually was banned on Twitch after a stream with an outfit that was questionable. So again, we're talking guidelines here, and then being applied to people without the explicit expressed, you know, hey, this is a guideline. These are the things that we're looking out for. And I just feel like she's getting put through the ringer, right? So she applies to an event with no knowledge, no understanding that her past might, you know, be prohibited to this, and all of that. So she goes on a Twitch to air out her grievances, right? And she's wearing an outfit, and it has like, you know, it's see-through,
like pasty style.
Yeah. But there's no nips.
Yeah, no nips. Like,
no
honestly,
nips.
I when you pulled down to this, I was like, there are hot tub bikini streams.
Yeah.
Like, how is this any worse than this? Like, this doesn't make me on YouTube or sorry, on Twitch's side at all. Like, this makes the argument even worse for me. Like, just fucking let her play.
Yeah, so
just let her play.
It's a really short clip. Let's watch it, and then we'll unpack some more stuff.
I'm going to dinner. Sorry to like keep you guys on hold. I'm getting offline right now. I'm going to dinner. Fuck it. Like I'm going to dinner. I don't care.
It's completely covered. Like, she's completely covered.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And like, at a certain point, like, just stop sexualizing them. Like, you're banning them because of the sexualization, right?
Yeah.
But they're fucking covered, dude.
Yeah.
They're not even like doing anything. She's saying she's going to fucking dinner. She's like, there's nothing explicit there other than like probably some person behind a computer screen saying like, okay, reject.
Yep. And that's what degenerates say about hot tub streams too, right?
But they still go on.
Yeah, so she was banned for this outfit, presumably. Not her background or anything like that. It was just like somebody at Twitch saw this and was like, this is against terms of service. And again, it's the applying of guidelines that aren't made clear. Like, okay, so you said it. Hot tub streams are allowed. There was a guy also that did a hot tub stream. And mind you, it's obviously okay for guys to take off their shirts and show tits on Twitch. You can do that actually in your bedroom. You don't even need a hot tub for that to be applicable for the Twitch TOS. And I get it. Society they sexualize women's bodies. That literally is the whole point, right? Oh, let me pause this again. But so my point though in this is the guy who did the hot tub stream shirtless, you know, he had a wig on. This is so he was dressing up like a woman to kind of make fun of the hot tub meta. Are you with me?
and Bake?
I don't know who did this. It was a quick article, but the guy, he puts on a wig, you know what I mean? He's got his little Speedo or whatever on. He's kind of mocking the meta, right? But he's trying to be funny. He's not trying to be transphobic. No. It wasn't like that. It was just, you know, somebody's humor, right? So he doesn't get banned. I mean, I think he did get banned for like homophobia or something. So like, I don't know. Yeah. So I don't know how they're applying the guidelines. I think they should just make it more explicit. Like, yeah, that's what really I think is the issue, not the crux of what so many people have issues with Twitch and YouTube. It's just like, why are you banning who you're banning? And why are you applying the guidelines to who you're applying your guidelines to? Because it seems as if the people that are impacted the most by it are coming from marginalized backgrounds. They're women. They're people of color, right? They're not the mainstream white dude with a mic. Yeah. That's what it is.
Can I ask you like a noob question?
Yeah, go for it. I don't know.
When, oh man, it's on the tip of my tongue. I just lost the fucking question.
If it comes back to you though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll come back.
So this is, and then last 2 podcasts, right? We've also been noting a lot about the Manosphere and how that has been promoted by the algorithm and has not been regulated so heavily until this week. Honestly,
actually, yeah, that is weird because like you can't see the outline of any tits, but you can advocate violence against women. If you're not hitting those titties, can't be on here.
And that seems to be the consensus of most of these sites. It really does.
It's kind of fucked up.
You know? And I think that, there's been us people, us normies, kind of pushing back against that. Like, so why the hell, when I put an SEO term Andrew Tate, does my video do better than when I'm talking about, I don't know, something else that is not related to Andrew Tate that week? Because Andrew Tate's was being pushed through this algorithm, this feed, right? Our browser search. And
like recommended, dude.
Yeah, and again, the Manosphere is filled with white passing dudes, right? I say white passing because I know Andrew Tate is half black, but like from the surface level, you see Andrew Tate as a white passing guy.
He's speaking from a place of like normative hierarchy.
And he learned most of his talking points from whom, dude? Ben Shapiro, Jordan Peterson, right? These
Our
white
pioneers
guys
in the Manosphere.
Yeah, the original white dudes with a mic. So it's been tough, which kind of leads us to Andrew Tate being banned finally, and not promoted.
Have you watched the hour-long final message?
No, God forbid. It's not on my agenda to do either, man.
I've only seen the first, I think it was the first 15 minutes with Hassan, and he pointed something out that I totally would have looked over.
What?
The sound effects he put for the video.
Oh, he fucking put sound effects on it?
Oh my God. It's a story time. A story time, and he puts sound, he starts talking about being on the bus as a kid, and then you hear bus doors open. You hear
God,
honking.
are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh,
he
ambient
totally
backgrounds.
edited the fuck out of that video. And I think it is going to be content, but it's an hour long of Andrew Tate. I don't know if that's he's banned. Why put him back? I don't even want to touch it on on a live stream or put it out as content because it's he's gone.
Yeah.
And good riddance because the guy shouldn't have been on to begin with. He said so many different things that I was so surprised that he didn't get banned for, but
his impact will last, dude. Yeah. It will last. I'm telling you, it's already bled into the fabric that is the internet, even though he might be banned on, what is it, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Is he banned on Twitch yet?
That's actually a good question. I would like to know where he is specifically banned at, because
every site, dude. He's been deplatformed, from every site. But that's the way they're dealing with this.
Deplatformed?
No.
Okay.
I think he was forcefully deplatformed on every social media site after the pressure of people going, hey man, this is a weird thing to be promoting, and seems to really be taking off.
Well, I would rather than say not that this is a weird thing, that this is against TOS.
yeah. Again, that would be an explicit thing, and I think the thing that really got him was the violence against women and that rhetoric that was implicit. To say, hey, go take some action against some women. Put them into their place. And even though, seriously, the language he was using was really visceral. It's very a visual thing, and a lot of people have just kind of ran with that. Even though Andrew Tate's off the platform, his rhetoric is here to stay, and it's always been here to stay.
Yeah, because it's lizard brain. It's the most primitive way of thinking that it gets young kids, because it's just easy to digest. It's easy to digest, even though it's horrid. Easy to digest rhetoric.
And I think this is a really solid transition, because I feel like our last few podcasts have been focused on the Manosphere because it's been so popular. That we should acknowledge that even the people that we've looked up to, H3 podcasts, Ethan Klein, he used to have views very similar, adjacent, to some of these guys, while not as explicit or as violent with his imagery and his rhetoric. Totally. He's changed. Ethan Klein has changed, and I want to have hope for people like Shneako, who retweeted this about Ethan Klein, who again has made strides away from his old views. Totally. And Anyway, so this guy Morpheus resist was retweeted by Shneako, and if you don't know who Shneako is, it's
Taco Tape.
You can't say that.
Oh.
You can't say that because he gets really mad about that. So before we jump into the H3 thing, this is Shneako's response to that Taco Tate. Hey guys, bro, he says, I'll tolerate jokes, but stop calling me Taco Tate. It's not funny anymore. I'll be a little broing anyone is disrespectful. Final warning, dude.
Well, bro, dude, you can't be talking about women the way you do.
So,
So, like, if you're not going to respect them, it's not giving a lot of, like, reason for people to respect you.
Respect begets respect, my friend. And again, I think there might be hope for Shneako. We've seen his old content, dude. Like he's
just
not...
how you were saying about Ethan Klein. Like, Ethan Klein, even now, is still changing. Like, he talks more about being black-pilled. I feel like he's coming off his capitalist high horse. But like, Shneako has that same potential, that same ability. He hasn't gone as far as Tate, I think, but his rhetoric is like,
he never went that far.
It's right there playing with that border. But I mean, as far as I know, he's still on platform. Yeah, so I mean, Shneako retweeted this in hopes to, like, I don't know, support his argument. I don't know. He could change. He has that potential? No. That Ethan has changed, but for the worse. So what he's saying is like, well, Ethan used to believe things like I did, and now he's been brainwashed. So the tweet that he retweeted, tweetception here, says. Ethan, who is part of H3 Productions, called out Andrew Tate for being sexist, misogynist, dangerous individual who objectifies women. So they compiled a clip expose to show us that Ethan also is sexist, misogynistic, but they're all pretty old clips, and there's one that's kind of recent. So let's watch and then we'll unpack. Look at the music too, dude. Dude, just the editing on this is it's an expose. In
this climate, it's like, you can't say anything anymore. I can't say anything without tons of people getting triggered and complaining. Nobody cares to listen and understand. Everybody just hates each other every more.
Yeah, it's almost like people wish that some other people get deleted for having a differing opinion.
It's crazy. Nobody can express their opinion anymore.
Our apes or whatever, right? Our Neanderthal cousins were probably just raping like crazy. So there's definitely something like in us to like conquer. Men want to like
right.
So it's species, women are in a nature setting like to be conquered.
Even Joji knew that was fucked up.
I love that I could just say you're though.
Yeah.
Like I can.
Oh yeah, they clipped him from all of his bad clips, dude. It's a highlight reel.
Do we have any insight into what they're actually?
Okay, I don't actually. They got banned off of YouTube for this, so I'm not. It's the part where about the Republican National Convention that was happening.
The domestic terrorists.
Yeah, but we're not going to say what he said because this is also going on YouTube about the bombing thing, and we're just not going to reply that. But anyways, so they're calling it a call to terrorism, obviously, and that was a joke. That was the most recent clip that they put.
We do not advocate calling in a bomb threat at the CPAC.
Please don't do that. That's so stupid. It was a joke, It was a joke. Nathan, stop. So, and this is just a little clip of Keemstar calling them terrorists. So the main idea behind this video was to pretty much call out Ethan and saying, well, you're a hypocrite. You said these things and now you don't practice I don't get the argument here, but what essentially is saying is like, Ethan's a bad guy. People can't change. He once thought these things. He must still think these things.
Yeah, I wish I had read the full tweet because I didn't see it going this direction. I thought it was defending Ethan, but it's not.
Yeah, it's definitely about like indoctrinating him. Like he's been taken in by the leftist internet, right?
Yeah, it's a big tent.
He's been silenced and regulated his speech. Because of leftists on the internet, the blue-haired liberal bots. I don't know what they're calling them nowadays, dude.
Oh, dude. I am very interested to see where Shneako goes. And if he goes the same way as Tate or...
I think he will, for sure. There's still money to be made.
Yeah, but so much so that he gets deplatformed, or are we going to see him go the same way as Fresh and Fit and be like a... just constantly playing with that border, but still producing content. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that is. I mean, I think he's gonna lean into it, like that thing that he's pumping out. What's that?
Course, his creator.
Yeah,
course?
he made a
Or
creator
kit?
course.
Creator kit. I don't know.
I think
He's
it's
gonna
both.
teach you
It's
how
both.
to be a top G on the internet.
Yeah, right. The mini Tate.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just
Some could say a
stop it. Stop it. Which is interesting though, because you and Shneako actually share like a combination of having like, you know, multiple backgrounds, because he leans into that often too. Remember how you were talking about like making fun of yourself in high school? He's doing that now, like about, you know, his own like preconceived like prejudices about his own cultural whatever the fuck.
I saw him make that joke about eating cats.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was just fucking weird, you know.
Mm-hmm. And he's, I don't know, he's also part Hispanic, which is where that Taco Tate thing is coming in.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I hear him, man. Like, it's not fun to be fucking bullied, is it, man?
Yeah.
Are you feeling a little soft? You know, like, yeah, dude, bullying fucking sucks. It does.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think though, like he's in that sense of like playing around with the racial jokes.
Yeah.
Is that he's kind of digging his own grave in that sense, because as long as you continue to make those jokes, especially in a very white and very cis internet space like Twitch or like YouTube,
the Manosphere in general, right?
in general, you're normalizing those types of jokes. So when someone else makes a joke that you didn't make or that you didn't think of and weren't prepared to digest, and then get mad about it, it's like you're perpetuating those behaviors. So I think Shneako is going to have to get used to hearing more jokes like that, because
it's the culture he cultivated.
They're making the jokes now, and he's created his own racist perpetual motion machine. Other people are going to start making those jokes, and he's either going to co-opt those jokes and monetize it, or he's going to get mad and do the liberal thing. Like, please don't do that. I will cancel you for calling me a taco.
Yeah. No, that's absolutely 100%. That's so interesting.
Yeah, it's like hypocritical in so many different avenues, but it's like hard to criticize, because at the same time, like, we're bringing race into it. So it's almost, no matter what you say, it's going to, it has the potential to be taken, to be offensive.
So yeah, I mean, your take basically is either he is going to snowflake so hard that he is going to rage about being called Taco Tate, which I don't condone. I don't think that's a nice thing, especially if you're targeting his race. Just putting that out there. I don't think that's cool. Or the opposite. He's making merch, right?
Yeah,
he is Taco Tate, and he's going to lean into that.
Like,
you know what I mean?
I feel like in the Manosphere, you have two avenues to go ultimately. You either go the way of Jordan Peterson, or you go the way of the Andrew. Where you stick hard, you continue to go, and then you get deplatformed.
You're either fresh and fit, or you're an academic, right?
Like, snowflake the fuck out, and you stay on the platform, but you turn into sort of this Jordan Peterson-esque like complainer, you know?
Yeah, dude.
Like a whistleblower crybaby.
That is really interesting, though, and I definitely see that. I also see Shneako just holding on to this as long as he can, squeezing all the content he can, making Noah Miller just keep responding in his videos, and having us talk about him on our podcast, and tagging his name and in the bodies of all this. You know, it's just gonna be crazy.
I completely agree.
I see him taking off for a bit, and then hopefully dying down or being laughed off this platform. And I don't know.
What would we consider him in the tier system now?
Ooh. Okay, how are we grading?
Like,
who's number one?
If Jordan Peterson and Andrew Tate, right? Those are the final bosses, right?
Okay.
And then you're like, that's your top tier, a mid tier, and then maybe a lower tier. If we were to put Shneako in 1, 2, or 3,
right? Definitely low tier shit. I mean, he would be easily defeated with logic, I think. He's a very emotional kind of guy, whereas Andrew Tate liked to think that he was logical, you know what I mean? So he would come at you with his like philosophical ideas and his worldview.
His personal experience.
Yeah. Whereas I think Shneako is more an emotional kind of guy, you know? Like he comes at it from an emotional place that makes no sense. I don't know. I just don't think of Shneako as like, I don't know. He's just not. He doesn't lay it out in the same way. It's not as easily, digestible for your average viewer. I also can't watch people who yell a lot. Like, it fucks up my speakers. So like, that's not something that I've ever been into,
But my juicer.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. For me personally, and maybe like, the younger crowd might dig that though.
For sure.
Like you said, my juicer, my scuffed content creator, like people fucking dig that.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to keep our eye on and see how.
XQC when you get to play Tarkov again.
Yeah, XQC play Tarkov. Come on, bro. Let's go. Come on, dude.
If I can have a final thought on Shneako, I am disappointed. I do have hope because I do like maybe project a little bit of my own self on Shneako. I see what could have been,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I hope he turns things around. I'm totally prepared to, not that he needs forgiveness. I was going to say I'll forgive him, but I'd be willing to change my mind around, because he is entertaining. I do think he has a good cadence. But that's as far as it goes. Like the content,
and he's cute, dude. He's hot.
Oh,
he's so easy to look at. Like he's such a likable guy.
Off his haircut so bad. I'm just scared to buzz it. I don't know if you've noticed, but I did give myself a haircut. It is much shorter than when it was on the last pod and even the last pod.
True, dude. You keep cutting it every freaking week.
I know.
Next week you'll be buzzed.
The Shneako hair. Like, dude, Shneako, you look good, man. You look fucking good. And like, I got that inspo. I want to get your haircut, but like. At the same time, I hate the words you say.
That's what I'm saying, though. He is such a likable guy. Like, even watching his content, even when he's like fucking platforming Destiny and Nick Fuentes,
I there were parts on his New York interviews that I was like there for it.
Dude, it was a vibe. It was a vibe and it was an aesthetic and like we liked it. And then obviously, like you're saying, like
I would want to be rolled up on in New York. Like, hey, you down to do an interview and it's Shneako? Yeah, I would do that fucking interview.
Not now, but yeah.
Yeah, not now, but back in the day.
But I hear you though. Like
being on the subway, like those videos, you remember?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I do. I do remember.
It looked so cool. Like he could have, I think, have been like a good Channel 5 alternative.
Mm-hmm.
But
he's charismatic, so it's just shitty, dude, to see like how culture can permeate and like the pipelines on the internet are so real. Like what avenues you can go down and where you get lost at and then where you find your voice too, right? Because especially like for people who are, chronically online like us, we see a lot of shit. And there's, if we weren't already 30 years old, 28, 29.
Poison is room tours. I don't know what it is about room tours, but I love just going and like diving into room tours.
Yeah. My thing is like, I don't know. I like TikTok. I'm on TikTok a lot. Like, there's something so like mindless about it. Like, we use our brains all day. And I think it helps kind of turn it off a bit and just kind of, embrace the silly and scuffed.
I completely agree.
And there's, speaking of that though, there's a TikToker that I guess I should be embarrassed that I like, but she's so captivating and I believe every single word that comes out of her mouth. And I shouldn't, dude. I shouldn't. It's so bad, but it's so good. I follow her. Her name is, I'm gonna
CocoMocoe?
Yeah, I'm gonna butcher it. CocoMocoe. She's amazing. And she does predictions. And it's the best. It's just hilarious, dude. And I want to watch a few with you and then maybe dive into some other kind of weirder TikTok content that I've also found myself going down rabbit holes of. And I kind of want you to explain it if you can or put into context some of the shit that I'm seeing online.
I do have that request. I want to see this dark academia style because I'm
let's go, dude. So what she does is she works in media and she makes predictions. And some of them are just, they're so specific, so detailed. I can't help but believe her. I know her bio says like she's never an expert, but the way she speaks, I can't help but
she didn't say I'm never an expert. She said never an expert. I'm just kidding. I'm just being pedantic. I'm sorry.
Semantics. Anyway, dude, so pumpkin spice lattes are out. Dark academia is in. Okay, let's see what this prediction is about. This was
Kristen
from
Stewart?
Yes, it was from 1 hour ago. Let's go.
Be ahead of the curve. This is what I think is going to trend in the next year or earlier. With the rise of people working and doing school from home, there was this huge movement of cozy, minimalist lifestyle, which I actually still benefit from. I am in leggings. But this is the first year in a while that college kids are going back to school full time. And college kids have such a huge influence on trends and what brands cater to, because they're young enough that if you get them, they're going to be lifelong loyalty to the brand, and they're also not too young that their personality changes like every 6 months like teenagers. With that being said, I think there's going to be a shift from the minimalist cozy to more of this dark academia style. There may be even a rise in Harry Potter nostalgia. Same with Twilight, it's kind of happening now. And people might argue that dark academia comes back every fall, but I actually think for the last few years it's really been catering to what I call the pumpkin spice latte style. Here's an everyday example of what I think this style is going to look like in the next year.
Come on, dude.
Another example.
I love it. I love it so much.
If-
Please, people dress more dark academia. I do. My first reaction though is that I don't think we should be comparing the pumpkin spice latte to the dark academia. I think those are two separate
we
vibes.
need the distinction, and we need it now.
I need a distinction. The pumpkin latte, that's mainstream. That's mainstream dark academia. I'm looking for dark academia. I want some alt. Put some more alt in there. Yeah. It's like pumpkin spice with alt is dark academia.
I can get behind that, dude. But do you see the way she talks? So you believe her, right? Kind of.
That was an expert. I took everything by face value, and all that is real information now.
Okay, I gotta show you some more though. Are you down to just kind of maybe look at this for a minute?
One more.
Look at this one has 1 million. Let's go with this one.
Okay.
If you want to be ahead of the curve, this is what I think will be different about TikTok in a year from now, and what the next generation of stars to blow up on the app are going to be doing differently from everyone else. Hi, my name's CocoMocoe. I work in media, and I've made a career off of accurately predicting trends and rising stars right before they blow up.
Okay, can we just see the way that she presents it? I believe her, dude. I can't help but just take it at face value.
It comes with this. She says it with confidence.
She does, dude. Okay, so let's keep going.
TikTok has been able to launch careers like the D'Amelios in a way that no other platform has ever been able to before. And so it's even more competitive and lucrative to be on the app as people are becoming famous almost overnight. A lot of people think that TikTok is competing with Instagram and YouTube, but I actually think that they're going to start competing with Hulu, Netflix, HBO. And while they're not going to have super intricate shows, I think they're going to start rewarding creators who can go on live stream and keep an audience on for hours. One creator who's doing this really well is Psychonic. Psychonic goes live for 5-6+ hours a night and is able to keep an audience of over 100,000 on almost the entire time. The same way that thousands of people might stream a Netflix show in one sitting. And yes, that is Doja Cat. Celebrities call into this live stream. I've never seen anything like it. TikTok is going to start valuing creators who make longer videos versus 10-second videos because it keeps an audience on the app for longer. And keep in mind, when live streaming, it doesn't really have to be about entertainment. People just watch live streamings because they want companionship. I think TikTok is going to start paying for the rights to shows like Chicken Shop Date with Amelia Dims to have the show stream from TikTok and only for TikTok. And I think we might even see creators become millionaires almost overnight as TikTok starts buying the streaming rights, the same way Spotify did for Call Her Daddy to the tune of 60 million. If you want to be a...
I mean, I don't think she's wrong. I really don't. I think it's all coming down to users on platforms and the longevity that they have on that platform. That's the idea behind Twitch kind of loosening its guidelines on simulcasting. Did you catch that story this week?
Yeah. Twitch is allowing people to simulcast to YouTube and whatnot.
Well, no, actually. So the marketing was just fantastic on that release of guidelines. So that's what a lot of people think, right?
No, they just can't. They can live stream on YouTube, but they can't do it at the same time.
Yeah, so you can't simulcast to YouTube because that's a direct competitor. What they want and encourage is actually streaming to TikTok. So Twitch wants people to stream simulcast to TikTok because that's where the users are. And they think they'll have a good time at transforming those users from TikTok and moving them on to Twitch. And that is ideally what they want to happen. They want the users that are on TikTok to come to Twitch. And I think that's because kind of what they're hinting at, CocoMocoe here is hinting at, is that they are going to be rewarding long form content. Why? Because long form content gets users to remain on a platform longer. That's just longing the exposure, and it's going to be increasing that user, experience from TikTok to Twitch, and ideally that Twitch will be experiencing that boost. I think is the idea.
So next week, you guys will catch our podcast on Twitch and TikTok
simulcast. But yeah, I mean, I think that's what the angle is, and I don't know if Twitch is privy to like TikTok pushing these live streams, because I feel TikTok's actually going to become a direct competitor with Twitch.
I believe it. More people have phones than they do laptops, and I feel like when you're on Twitch, at least my preference has been to watch Twitch on like a bigger screen. I don't watch Twitch on my phone. I'm not a mobile viewer when I can choose to not be. But if my streamer was on Twitch, on TikTok, I'd probably watch the stream on my phone on TikTok if I wasn't in front of my laptop.
Yeah, dude. And I mean, I hear you. Like, especially the mobile experience for Twitch is awful. Like, it's not optimized, it's not good, and it's not getting any better from the updates that I've downloaded on my phone. But TikTok has nailed it, dude. Like, you can just mindlessly scroll, you fall into lives, you know what I mean? The algorithm is so solid, and it pushes you things that you think would be interesting most of the time.
Before we switch to our next bit of media, you mind if we take a pause?
Yeah.
Thanks.
All right, dude. So potty break over. We're back. And what we were talking about, though, is that, TikTok is beginning to reward these larger and long form live streams, kind of like Twitch's model, right? Is like long form is rewarded, not short streams.
TikTok, you got that long form content?
They fucking do, dude. They got long form content. I'm talking lives like that lady was talking about for 6 hours. Big people are coming into these live streams, which is not surprising, dude. TikTok has a large user base. You know what I mean?
That one chick, she got 100,000 and keeps them for like 5-6 hours.
That's some Aiden Ross Twitch stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like that's.
Are you even bigger than Aiden Ross? Aiden Ross, I think, pops off when he has like clout chase. Like a good enough
dude
content creator.
And I'm not sitting here trying to again say Twitch is better than TikTok's live like you know what I'm saying, like, oh, the Twitch creators put in way more effort or whatever. I'm not even trying to say that, because like that lady was also talking about it's really about companionship. We like it when they read chat.
Parasociality.
It's parasocial behavior for sure, though. Thank dude. What I find most weird, though, about TikTok is its algorithm, because it usually is really good at suggesting stuff that you think would be interesting. Like my For You page is all about dogs.
I actually am glad to know that, because I have held back on sending you so many dog things because I figured probably also already saw them.
Yeah, like I got a lot of wholesome shit. I love being on wholesome, like military people coming back and like reuniting. Like I don't know why it thinks I like that, but I fucking do.
Survived, and some don't.
Yeah, dude. Or like it's kind of sad shit, like saying goodbye to dogs like before they're euthanized.
Can I share something really quick?
Yeah, please do.
Okay, so something that I have kind of fallen into recently is the POV, you're on the better side of TikTok. Have you seen those?
Yeah.
And it's always rich people shit.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm driving in my Porsche, I'm getting coffee. Oh, other Porsches. Oh, friends wearing Supreme. It's like gratuitous like money, and like,
wait,
why is that the better side?
I hate to pause, but I have to go to the bathroom.
No, do it.
Okay, sorry about that. I really had to pee. Okay, we're back.
Welcome back. This is episode 4.5.
Oh man, dude, I am sorry about that. I should have went pee when you did, but I didn't. I thought I was above that, I was like, no,
I should have sent you a rose to disturb the pee.
Dude, yes. So back on TikTok though. Yeah. So you were talking about your feed. I was talking about my feed. And then in the midst of our feed though, it seems like TikTok's just like, hey, do you want obscure shit? And I don't know how to like comprehend. Yeah, I don't know how to comprehend it. I don't know how to make meaning of it. It is some of the most obscure live feeds that I have ever seen. And they go on forever, like hours, just like a Twitch stream does. But instead of playing video games, and you'd be surprised how many people do not play video games on these lives, dude. I don't even think there's people that do play video games. I saw one that like someone was playing Snake. Anyway, they're nuts. And I have made a collection of them in hopes that maybe we can derive meaning out of these TikTok lives together. So do you want to give it a go?
Yeah. So this TikTok, I've also seen another creator do like the exact same thing, and I don't know. I think this is kind of like troll content in the sense of like they're encouraging the troll, so you can. It almost feels like a direct interaction, but like not. It's like controlled negative interaction. Like you normally wouldn't want your stream to be interrupted, but the whole point of this stream is to interrupt the streamer, right? And I think if you elicit a reaction for the streamer, that's the win, right?
Oh my god, you think so? It's a game. It's kind of a game within itself.
I think it is. I think like when you get down to like the tier system of disturbing the job, right? You have those bottom tier, fart, ooh, scream. But then when you start getting to like FBI open up, that's like a swatting joke, right? You have your water shit. You have your all sound. Like those I'm assuming would disturb the job even more, and maybe even get to the point where the streamer will react or even interact with the streamer, or sorry, the viewers.
Totally. And I mean, it's just wild. First of all, it says disturb my job. And this is a whole meta of these kinds of lives. It's not just this person, it's people sleeping, and then it's like interrupt my sleep. You know what I mean? So there's a whole sort of meta around this on TikTok where it's like disturb my insert, whatever the fuck it is here, right? So I actually made all these little cuts, so we won't watch the whole length of all of them, but just to kind of get a feel, like pay attention to chat. You know what I mean? There are 322 people just watching this live stream when I was like scrolling through on my phone. You know what I mean? Like that's fucking wild.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go. Look at her, dude. Deadpan, bro.
Real G.
It's just this, dog.
Yeah, try again. You're not disturbing shit.
It is just this, dude.
We gotta get to pop water balloon. You see that giant water balloon above her? Pop it. Pop it.
Bro, this is just a 45-second clip. This is hours.
An hour-long hentai?
No, dude, no. She's not watching it. I don't even know. Like Oni-chan.
That's all I hear. All I heard, like that's literally all it is.
That's all it is. That's all it is, dude.
And people, I'm people love it.
Hours. So I mean, okay, I can kind of see maybe where you're coming from. Like, people spend money to. What is she doing? What is she disrupting?
Money to do those things?
Yes.
I did not realize that.
Every sound you hear is a correlation to actual money.
Okay.
They're like gifting.
Except for the Oni-chans, those are just likes. You could like for free, right?
I don't think so, dude. I don't think they're just likes. You have to send a rose. You don't get a sound.
Oni-chan equals 15 likes. Fart is
for every 15 likes, that's what the sound is. Yeah. Okay, so to get the other sounds, right? Yeah. You have to donate money.
Okay.
Likes are free. You're totally right. It's like kind of like a bot, right? So like, you know how you can program Fossabot on your chat and like every 15 messages it sends a bot. So okay, that makes sense. All right. So maybe this. Okay, let's continue because it gets more obscure, dude. Like, all right. So now this is another TikTok meta.
Whoa, is this a Yeezy Gap drop?
My dude, this is just a convenience store worker. This is literally just someone working at your local 7-Eleven.
Okay.
It's just
I was just saying that because of the black bag. Have you seen the Yeezy Gap drop at all? No, the whole meta is that everything's in a trash can or a trash bag. Sorry.
No, that sounds some Kanye shit.
I mean, it is. It's Kanye collabing with Gap and Balenciaga.
Sick.
Sorry, I'm a fashion TikTok, bro.
For sure, dude.
I'm all about.
Hey, dude. I'm
all about looking at clothes that I can't afford.
Someone's gotta keep their thumbs on the post because it ain't me, dude. I shop at I don't even want to. Okay, let's continue though, because this is wild, bro. This is a meta where people just watch other people do their jobs.
Or disturb their jobs.
Dude, no, there's not even like a disturbance on this one. This is just a lady working a front desk. And there's plenty of other metas like this. I've seen one at a pizzeria. They're just slinging pizzas. They're just making dough. It's just them working. It is fucking awesome. And then there was one that's like a bar. So like you're just watching a bar and like people making drinks. It's just ambient background, like people chatting and people just doing their jobs. So this is a meta. And again, these are lives. This isn't just like a day in the life of TikTok. You know what I mean? Like how people do that kind of shit. No, I get that. I understand that. That's fine. But like, we're just like watching this lady work.
Receipt. Have a nice day. Thanks.
Oh my God, I had the worst thought ever. Can we pause really quick?
Yeah. What's going on?
So as capitalism continues on,
please.
At what point does this become mandatory and your fucking company takes a percentage of this cut?
Oh my God, dude. Oh no.
Like when do company, like say this is an Amazon Fresh store, right? And Amazon's like, now it's part of your contract. You have to have this camera on you and you can have a cut of the live stream and have 100%.
It's dystopian, brother.
I see it coming.
Oh, yeah.
I'm making a CocoMocoe prediction right now.
Yeah. Oh, but you have to make the prediction like CocoMocoe. So can you do it with an exact, like, in the future?
So in the future, Amazon is my prediction is that Amazon is going to make live streaming mandatory for their employees and take a percentage of that monetization while offering a smaller percentage to their forced content creators.
Bro, I 100% see that happening because look how many people are on this live right now. 879.
Yeah, can you show me where the number is? How are you
right here, where the purple hand is, buddy.
Oh, got it. I read that as a 2. I thought.
So 879 people watching, and then this is kind of like the reward, that little green tag, and then you have a bunch of commenters. So chat's moving really fast, though. Like, let's keep watching. This is a whole like amalgamation, right? This is its own little community of people watching
niche content.
It is neat, dude. Okay, God, let's keep watching, and then we'll unpack because this shit blew my mind.
Anything else? 1994. Receipt.
Hey, changes by two pops. Hell yeah.
She's just working, man. She's just doing her fucking job.
And they're not paying her fucking enough.
No.
Hi. Just this?
Just this? Like, she's just doing her job.
Hey, how much are your gas cans here?
Ooh, I don't know.
They're expensive though, huh?
Yeah, I think one is like $9.90.
Like, you know, I think of like, you know, Jake and Bake IRL content on Twitch. Like, this is the future of IRL content. You know what I mean?
I feel that. Actually, that's kind of cool. It's like IRL, but stationary. I can kind of be into that.
It's like, it's just everyday life. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Have your finger on the pulse a little bit.
I just don't understand, dude. I really don't get it. Like,
do you think that this will like create like some skewed perspectives on like working class people?
Oh my God. I could see that now, dude. Like, which job will have the best live? When you're just recording yourself. Like, I already think about the people who make paint. Have you seen those TikToks? Please tell me.
Yeah, Lowe's like, and Home Depot and stuff.
Yeah, dude, it's just like these people that are like,
so
today
satisfying.
I'm making a maroon red. And it's just like, here's my white and here's my pink.
I've seen some like color matching videos and it's like, I'm trying to make this exact orange. And then they put the fucking paint on the paint palette and smear it and it's like seamless.
Yeah, so this is a live that I'm used to seeing, by the way.
No, is this like the ear destroying.
Yes. So I appreciate this kind of shit, dude. I don't even like ASMR, but the flair that this man puts into his lives, like I do actually understand the
Laughter medicine.
This is artistry. Like, this is straight artistry, dude.
Hey. Courage. Thank you. Tired. Thank you. Thank you for the hand heart, my friend. Thank you so much. So awesome. Thank you guys for sharing the live. Appreciate it. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. Well, thank you.
I will say there's a component to this live that I find a little bit more interesting, though. So pay attention to how he's interacting with his chat and what he's asking the chat to do.
Okay. Awesomeness. Okay. Oni-chan. You guys, it's kind of close. I can't even. Zakinator, thank you. Playboy, thank you. You guys did you guys pick blue? You guys went for blue? Really? Yeah, you went for blue. Okay, you went for blue. Interesting. Red and blue. Booka, thank you. Booka. You guys went for blue, red, blue. Okay, here we go, guys. Here we go.
Let's fucking go.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you to all the new followers out there. I see you. Thank you so much. This one's no bueno. This one, I'm confident.
Let's fucking go.
I am confident, and I'm confident.
Dog.
This is a game of chance, right? The crocodile is gonna clamp on his hands depending on the tooth he picks. Okay, that's what I thought. That was kind of funny.
So this is more interactive, right? It's not exactly as passive as watching someone just complete menial tasks at a job. This person is obviously in his home, presumably, creating interactive content in an ASMR fashion. I'm just trying to break this down. As far as I'm an individual who wants to make content. What do I do? This is, I get this more so than watching, someone do a job, but I think the live streaming culture on TikTok is so fascinating.
That's interesting that you say that too, because I never even gave it a chance until you brought it up yesterday and I was scrolling through it. And to be honest, I still think it's pretty mid until it's very high highs and very low lows. It's either I'm not into this at all or I'm captivated.
Right. And I think of it kind of like a car crash. I can't look away. I don't want to be rubbernecking, but I have to see what happens. It's so bad. And so again, I just have so many of these. It just baffles me. This lady that I'm about to show you. This is a hustler, dude. Okay. And what I think is most interesting about this live is how she's talking about her live. And I want to analyze her language that she's using. So can we focus on that for this one?
That's it.
Okay. Dude, this is awesome.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Sorry,
She just started.
Restart really quick.
That's important to say. She just restarted the live, okay? So the live went down and she just restarted it. That's why there was nothing on it in the beginning of the video. Let me back it up for you. You see how there's no viewer count?
Something.
Watch how fast it goes up.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Sorry, we're just doing a restart really quick.
Hold on, just watch
I
it.
was confused. We usually don't have less than 100 people this early, but it might be the afternoon. I don't know. Hi, welcome everybody. Welcome. So I'm going to show you guys some of our Hello Kitty stuff, some of our exotic stuff. We do have Chamoy Gushers back in, you guys.
300.
We do have Chamoy Gushers back in, so everybody who's interested in Chamoy.
Okay, Chamoy Gusher, she's got the plug though. I don't know what this entrepreneurship kind of endeavor is.
Pink sauce.
But it's phenomenal, dude. You have the chat popping off. Look at the viewer count. It started at 74. It just keeps going up.
Now we're almost at 300.
Chamoy Gushers, we do have them. We have the Hello Kitty milk cookies.
Yo, we better get DMCA though. Hold on. Let me lower this volume a little bit.
Super popular. They've been flying off the shelves. Hello. Welcome, you guys. We got the fried crab legs.
They were what Lays?
I don't know, man.
Yo, give me the
are those,
Lays.
Dude? She's got the plug on some crazy food items, dog.
I swear, Asian versions of American snacks are better. They're just better.
Yo, and look at that view count. We're up to 473.
We also got the Lays in lime.
Bro, you don't see these kind of live streams on Twitch, though.
No,
you
we
just
don't.
You just do not see these kinds of live streams on Twitch. I have never seen. I mean, I have seen an ASMR one. That's more closely aligned to, I think, what Twitch is. You know what I mean? Interactive.
Is it a TOS thing for Twitch, you think?
No, ASMR. No way.
No. I mean, job stuff.
No. I don't. Ooh.
Right, like if you're working for 7-Eleven or say or like a convenience store, that's what I am sort of viewing the creators we've seen so far. It seems like a convenience store type vibe.
It would be nice to have those TOS guidelines laid out, wouldn't it?
It would, right? Wouldn't it be cool to be watching me live at the coffee shop, just like making shit?
Hey, don't let your boss find out because they will want to monetize that. But she continues, bro. Let's keep watching.
Yo, I'm sorry. Can we pause one more time? This is making me think of like the hoarders who have their like stockpiles on TV.
Yes.
Like this is what they should all be fucking doing. Like open up your fucking stockpile. Show me your shit.
Yes.
I want to see all the shit. I want to see it on the walls. I want to see it fucking categorized, color coded. I don't give a shit. I want to just see it.
Yes, dude.
Texas grilled barbecue. We also got the lime flavored Lay's. All of this is linked in my bio, you guys, at casecandy.com or in the bio of this TikTok. Use code TikTok.
I love it. This is awesome.
That is.
She's up to 667 viewers right now. She just started the live stream a minute and 18 seconds ago.
And since you paused it, it jumped to 747.
Jesus Christ, dude.
All sorts of stuff like chocolate Ritz, vanilla Ritz.
Well,
I don't know about the Ritz. Sorry, dude.
Exotic Ritz.
I'll try it, but I don't know if I'll like that, actually. I'm not a big fan of Ritz.
it's like the weirdest looking Oreo, but for Ritz, man.
They had the vanilla ones like a week
Jesus loves you, dude. Jesus is coming soon. That's what the comments say, dog. Like, what is this chat? Who moderates this chat?
ago. So yummy. They just have
There's TikTok. Well, like, what's TikTok's moderation look like?
I don't know, dog. I don't know, man. Like, I love live streaming. You know that. We have Twitch accounts. Like, we go hard and we try, you know, but this is a new beast, man. This is interesting.
It is.
And it's not done yet. Dude, I have more.
This one's my favorite.
I think this is the favorite of a lot of people, is the Crystal Mommy shit.
Yeah, Ludwig turned me onto this after the Trash Taste podcast. And, like, you know, I don't even really, like, look at the creator. It's that tub of rice that, like, just oscillates the crystals. That, to me, is just so satisfying.
Yes.
And mesmerizing. And like, I want a giant vibrating rice bowl so bad, and I just want to put all my shit in there and watch it like oscillate.
This I can see the attraction of this, of course, right? You get to see your product get pulled, whatever. What was interesting to this live though was the ads that were popping up. Do you see that on the bottom?
Polishing Crystal Amazing Scoop.
Yeah. So they have these like direct plugs. And what's interesting is the survey that'll pop up towards the end of this video. So let's take a look at that.
And let me get you a bunny. Yeah, how do you know? Thank you, baby.
And also though, like these crystals are already like, they don't need to go in there. Like they're not doing anything in there, right? They're not actually like shining them, are they? Because they look shiny already.
And I only think that is rice, but I don't think that. I think it's just purely for the visual.
Yeah.
Can you show our new friend how to
But look at, they're putting these, those are fresh. They're obviously store bought.
Yeah.
They're not shaping them or like softening. You know what I mean?
I think it's just for the look.
Like what? That's a dog paw. Like that's an owl. That's just.
It's sick.
Sick. Fair enough.
I'm not a big fan of shaped gems. I like them in the raw state. I will fuck with like a pillar.
Yeah.
You know, like you see some of those pillars in the basket.
Yeah.
I'll fuck with that too, like a little tower. But I like a minimal, maybe even an orb. But like I don't want like an owl or a skull. Like, I'm not into that. I like how they look as raw as possible.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm not trying to yuck anybody's yum. I want to better understand TikTok live culture.
Wow.
And I think TikTok wants to better understand it as well.
Yeah,
you know, because look at this. So this person has a 1,000.5 people watching, right?
Hi.
But I'm waiting for that. I'm waiting for that thing to pop up.
The ad.
No, it's not
The
even an
survey.
ad.
The
Yeah.
survey.
The comment section. You like the power, right? Yeah, cheap, please. Yeah, the power and
So she's talking to chat though. Good for her. Wait, is it not on this one? Oh, it's not on this one. There's a survey that's gonna pop up on one of these, and it asks you to like rate your experience. I think it's this one. Hold on. Okay, dude. Hours. This is okay. This is what I need help with. This is a TikTok live, presumably for a long time. And I didn't click into this one. That's why there's not going to be the count here. But what's happening? Wait, let's go back. Hold on. Okay, how long were they waiting for that? I can't, dude.
And look at how many are made underneath.
Oh, there it is. It is actually popping up, dude. Look at this, man. Yeah. Dude. What is this? I'm gonna just like turn it down because it's a while. It's kind of a long, like, and then they take it out with the little
tweezers. That's kind of cool.
They put in a. And I'm not proud to admit this video went on for 3 minutes, and I just clipped out the 43 seconds of it. This one doesn't even pop. I was on it for 3 minutes. It didn't even pop.
Yeah, dud. Are you showing me a popcorn that's not gonna pop? Jebaited.
Brother, help me understand, dude.
I don't understand. I'm tearing up over here like my body doesn't even know how to react.
Oh my god, dude. This is hilarious. Yo, and I have one more for you. And this one is just a ripoff. I'm gonna be honest, okay? This one I saw this morning, and it is 2.5 minutes. I want us to watch the whole thing.
Okay.
You know what the Backrooms are, right?
Like in Google? The Google Map backroom?
What is that? Explain that to me first.
Oh yeah, so there's like a deep dive. It almost gives like conspiracy vibes.
Yeah.
I've seen a couple of TikTok videos where they go into the Google Maps backroom, and apparently there were these spaces you can find on Google Maps that were like these mysterious rooms that were dark and like spooky and had no people in it, but like were like abstract spaces, like giant pits, like cylindrical pits, but not like just a hole in the ground. It was like almost like Stranger Things type underground base type, like weird, creepy spaces.
Yes.
Okay.
I think we're closely aligned, but I think
it looks like it almost too right now.
Yeah, so I think you know more about the Backrooms than I do, because all I know is that it's a what I know the Backrooms to be is a YouTube channel.
Okay.
And I've only have understood the Backrooms through this obscure indie channel that seems to be like pretty much an obscure film project.
Okay.
Like
art.
Yes, like an art. Film? Yes, okay. Very much so. Blair meets Blair Witch Project.
Okay. Yeah.
Right. So I think we're talking about the same things.
I maybe even was watching the same YouTuber. It could have been.
So okay, this is appearing to be a rip from it, and it's just a live stream again for hours. It's looped footage, and you can tell because there's cuts in it. But people are watching this for hours, dog, and it's creepy. So I'm just gonna play it. Feel free to tell me to pause whenever, because it is 2.5 minutes. But I think it's worth exploring.
Is there sound?
Yes, there is sound, and it is scary sounds, dude.
Creepypasta.
Yes. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking about it,
chat, dude.
And let's just go into it.
Fucking breathing.
I didn't mean to do that. I meant to pause it. Okay.
You want to restart?
I'm just gonna no. I'm gonna just be transparent. I was sitting on the toilet, and this came on, and it freaked me the fuck out. And immediately I got a Backrooms vibe to it. Right? I haven't seen this one. I
couldn't watch this in the dark.
Yo,
that's too much for me.
And it gets weirder.
Okay, I believe it.
Weirder. Dude. It's Backrooms, right?
Yeah. No, it totally is. It has the same
footage.
PS2 vibes too.
Yes, and it's like the same footage, or is it different? Or someone, you know what I mean? Is this an actual like somebody's art, or are they just recycling content to pump out on a live for money? I don't, you know what I'm saying?
I haven't seen this specific video, so just going on my
New
personal
content.
experience, right?
Yeah.
Which is totally biased. I haven't seen this footage, so it makes me think they're just recreating the aesthetic of Backrooms.
And it gets a little bit more weird. I'm just gonna.
I believe if it's gonna follow the narrative, I believe it. It got longer. The hallway got longer.
And more like grainy.
I feel like I'm watching on a PSP. Like this is PS2 graphics, but like handheld.
Bro, just wait.
This kind of reminds me
It's
of like, have you ever
breathing.
seen Alice in Borderland?
No.
Like a Japanese Netflix show. But it's kind of like man, what's that? It's kind of like Squid Game. It's like someone watched Squid Game and like just like the establishing shots. And they're recreating just the like barren, abandoned, but like weirdly still upkept kind of vibe. No people.
Oh, there's people.
There's people. Okay.
Wait for it, dude. It gets weird.
Snap.
And I didn't listen. It's about 2.5 minutes because that's about how long it took me to go to the bathroom this
I
morning.
want to watch the whole thing.
This is again. I want to remind you, it is a live stream. I don't know how they're cutting this or how they maintain the stream. This is a live stream on Twitch that is open and up for hours at a time.
That's fake scared. Fake scared. I didn't buy that.
Okay. I don't know what's going on. Let me turn this down because talking's about to happen.
I fucking love that. This is a narrative. They're building narrative.
And we're supposed to think this is alive. I don't understand what's happening.
Like, are we escaping from Tarkov right now? And we're coughing. Now they know you're there, you idiot.
How the hell did you get in here? Did you get in here?
I don't even know.
They don't even
was
know.
Walking around, I went through this big door, and then I...
Wait, you came in through the gate?
Yeah, I was stuck in there for like 3 days.
Were you with Rob, Kevin, and Phil?
Yeah. I was with them, and then we got lost, and we were trying to find Kevin and Phil.
I found the kid inside the facility. I'm heading...
Hello?
That's the Backrooms, right?
Yeah.
That's the Backrooms.
Yeah.
This is stolen content, recycled on a loop and put on a live stream for hours, right? This isn't original content.
That's genius. Yoink and twist. Yoink and twist.
So I wonder though, does that mean Gen Z and like other people think that this is happening IRL? Like, I don't understand. Is it meant to be perceived that way? Or
I think so. That's what it seemed like they were building.
I fucking love
narrative.
this. I love this. Yeah. I was captivated. Okay, I was on
This
the
is
edge
the
of my
new
toilet
Lost.
seat. Okay.
Yeah, this is the new Lost.
I am so enamored with the direction of live streaming, dude. I am taken aback. I love it. So what are you vibing though? That's all the TikToks I have for us today. I mean, I really wanted to just share this live streaming culture phenomenon that is just so prevalent on TikTok and gonna be for a long time, I think. And I'm happy it is so scuffed and obscure. I just love it, dude.
I mean, immediately, what am I vibing? I mean, it was captivating for sure.
Yeah.
I think that whether or not we like it, that's content.
Yeah.
I'm curious to see where it goes and if it stays.
Oh, I think it will for a bit.
Yeah?
You're
making a CocoMocoe?
Yeah, let me make a CocoMocoe prediction here. Yeah, TikTok lives will be, continuing to just pump long form content, and that long form content will continue to be scuffed, kind of improv, and definitely ran by that hustle culture that has been so prevalent online these last, since the pandemic, really out of necessity. I think it was bred out of necessity, but I think this is the direction. It's just wanting the companionship with like people that are like you. You know what I mean? And then you have this weird, obscure shit that is just fascinating. It taps into a part of our brains, I think, that we just don't get to use often. Like, I would never come up with any of these like creative live stream ideas. Like, I don't know. I think it's going to be around, and I think this is the direction that it's going to take: obscurity and scuffed.
Do we yoink and twist?
Do we yoink and twist? I think we do.
All right.
What does it look like? Tune in next week to
the Reactlord Backrooms. No, I'm just kidding.
Dude, this was a good episode, though. I think this is a good place to end it. Do you want to, do a little hot take yourself before we kind of log off and say bye to everybody until next week?
No, I think that the hot take was already established. Like, this is like some hot take content. I don't necessarily understand it. I don't even know where it's going.
I don't know what it is, dog.
Yeah, I don't know. That's better. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but I'm here for it.
I am all for it as well. And that was the Reactlord Pod. I'm V.
And I'm Nathan.
And we're out.